What's going on, boys and girls? All right, man. Real quick, like here, real quick, like. Give me 3 minutes. The other day, I was listening to some guy who I listen to quite often. Well, not quite often. Yeah, every now and then. But anyway, guys, he mentioned something that if your works do not make it through the fire, that you'll still be saved. Okay, so I looked that up because I do a lot of preaching on works. So I went and I looked it up, and that is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 for all you people who are interested out there in God at all. Go look it up. Go read it yourself. So basically what it means, guys, if you read the chapter, it's really simple. God is going to give rewards for anybody whose works make it through the fire. Okay, now pay attention here. I'm going to tell you what this means as opposed to what I'm preaching here, okay? When you die at Judgment Day or whenever it's going to be, okay, God is going to, you're going to stand before God. He's going to tell you to put your works on a conveyor belt. Okay, that conveyor belt is going to go through a furnace, a real long furnace. And if they come out the other side, like a heat treat process, okay, if they come out the other side, then you're going to get a reward for those works. Okay, so it's up to God whether those works that you did, your labors, are going to be worthy for getting a reward. Okay, so now, there are some Christians who are going to put their works through the furnace, and they're not going to come out the other side for whatever reason. They're going to be burned up. Okay, but at least they have works to put on that conveyor belt, and some will come through and some won't. Okay, fine and dandy, and the Bible specifically states there that that person will still be saved because they had faith. At least they gave whatever effort they gave, and they did what they did, or whatever. And again, God made his son, appointed his son to be judged. So I mean, that's going to be all up to Jesus, who's going to be judged for whatever, what's going to come through the fire. And then we have these people who are going to come before God. They're going to stand before that conveyor belt. And God's going to say, put your works on the belt. And they will have no works to put on the belt. Okay? So these are people who at one time had faith. Okay? Because it says they did. They had faith at one time, but the world sucked them back in. They went back to their vomit. They went back to the world. They decided to jump back in, and they didn't follow God anymore. They have zero works to put on the conveyor belt. Okay, so just like the parable of the vine says, you can be on that vine for a certain amount of time, but you can also be cut off from that vine because you produce no fruit. You have no works, so you can be cut from the vine. So if you stand before God and you have no works to put on the conveyor belt, to go through the fire, to go through the furnace, then you will be in trouble. Faith without works is dead. You got to have faith to follow God. You got to have faith in God to believe that he exists and that he rewards those who diligently seek him. Okay, you guys catching that? So, if you have no works, once again, to put on the conveyor belt, then you're in trouble because that means you may have been cut from the vine. Not a good thing. Okay, I don't want to stand before God and he tells me to put my works on the conveyor belt and I don't have anything to put up there. Okay, guys? So go for the works. Okay, absolutely, man. Dude, you guys got to get up in your mind. What can I do for God? Okay, and it's not about earning your salvation. Okay, the gift of salvation is free. Don't get up in your mind that, well, I'm going to do all these works so I can be saved. That's not what it means. Okay? You don't go out preaching to people that the only way to be saved is to do works. That's not how it works. I'm telling you that works is going to influence the whole outlook of your salvation. It will. Okay, but the initial gift is free. Then the works follow. But don't stand before God with zero works to put on the conveyor belt to go through the furnace. Okay? Yeah, you don't want to do that. So get to work. All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. God bless.